Hey guys, New Old Gamer Guy here, and today we're going to be playing a game called Exmortis. Now this is I wouldn't call it a survival horror point-and-click game, but it's definitely a horror point-and-click game. It's very, well, I wouldn't say it's scary, well unless you're, weak-minded, but it's definitely creepy, and it'll make the hair on your neck stand up. So, like the games, like it says down here, turn the lights down and the sound up. So let's get into it. You wake up in the woods with a lump on your head. You can't remember how you got there. All I can recall are the dreams. It's late, cold, and you are unsure of where you are exactly. Fighting through the headache, you regain your focus. You see a house in a clearing and decide to shelter there. Anything is better than freezing to death in the woods. Oh ho ho ho. I wouldn't think so, buddy. Now, this game was made back in 2004, and to my surprise, it has very little popularity because everyone loves getting the shit scared out of them. Well, that is until I saw PewDiePie did a video of this, which made me want to bash my head against my desk right now. But I found it. I've known about this game for at least 2 or 3 years now. I ain't learned just because of him. God, so many people assume. Look how creepy it is out here. Oh, the door is highlighted. Get closer to it. Are you ready to enter? I don't. Ooh, do you hear those little voices in the background? Ugh. A hallway shrouded in shadows. Let's go down there, shall we? Oh, it leads off in the darkness. A grandfather clock sits ticking away in the corner. A dusty chandelier hangs from the ceiling. This door seems to be locked. But this door isn't. An old dishwasher. What's in here? A cupboard appears to be empty. Ooh, something in the lower shelf. A blood-stained knife. You should probably arm yourself with a slightly larger weapon. Empty. Empty. But what's in here? Oh, the microwave, and there seems to be blood dripping out of it. What's in it? A severed head. It appears to be a fresh kill. Whoever the killer is, he will probably be back soon. And I don't want to be here when he returns. Check out this guy's head. Pretty bloody. I see a little marking there. Looks like a symbol has been smeared on his forehead. Kinda looks like an A. Let's go through here. Blood on the floorboards. It looks like something's been dragged through here. Blood stains these chairs. Let's look at this. A tattered diary sits on the table. Oh boy. I'm guessing it's story time with Dan. Oh, you guys ready for story time? I am. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna skip through a couple of these. An unusually eventful day. Today, I stumbled across an unusual find. Will's out hunting for a deer in this remote wilderness. Stalking a wild steed into the clearing, you can only imagine my surprise to find a house. old and seemingly abandoned, but still standing strong. An interesting find, one that certainly has me curious. Upon my investigation with the city archives early this morning, it appears that the house has been abandoned for almost 10 years and currently resides under the control of the local government. I feel that this location must be too remote for them to be able to tear it down, but I must admit I feel drawn back to the house. Mostly out of curiosity, but I cannot deny that there is something else about that place that has me yearning to return. I could not put it off any longer. I called in sick to the office today and decided that I would retrace my steps into the wilderness to once again find the house which has been for most on my mind as of late. It didn't take much to find it again, as it was almost like I was being guided back to the exact spot that I found myself some 4 days ago. Once I plucked up enough courage, I pushed open and unlocked the front door. Admittedly, I was very surprised at the ease at which the door opened, considering that the hinge has probably built up a good 10 years worth of rust. To my relative astonishment, the place was still furnished, though very dirty and completely run down. I was and still am amazed at the state of the place, considering that it had been empty for so long. I decided that I would explore the house and not disturb anything within. My fear had not subsided, as a matter of fact. It is still with me as I record this journal some hours later. My curiosity took me to the kitchen, bedroom, and lounge room before a thumping noise from the roof on the second level startled me so much that I ran straight out the front door and back to my forest into my automobile. As was almost, I fell off a small ledge into the thicket below. I felt like a complete fool being scared off by rats, which I assumed they were. I had a nightmare last night. All I can remember is the blood and the fright and screams surrounding me and the house. The house was in my nightmares too. I called in sick to work once again, so I could venture out into the wilderness and explore the abandoned house once more. Not surprisingly, I found the structure with relative ease as I did yesterday. However, I was startled when I noticed that the front door was locked. I am certain that when I left in such a hurry the other day, that the door had been left ajar. In any case, I eventually attributed the closed door in the wind, as I was clearly the only person who had been in the old house recently. I repeatedly scoured through the house for anything interesting, heading through the previously visited rooms once again. As I passed through the hallway outside the main bedroom on the second level, I heard heavy thumping coming from the roof. I was instantly very tempted to repeat yesterday's dashing from the house, but I swallowed my fear and continued with the exploration. In the limited time that I had before dusk, unfortunately, I did not uncover anything that would help me explain the mysterious disappearance of the most recent tenants. I sit here in the lounge room of the old house by candlelight, recording this journal of the events that I have been transpired today. Although I am very scared to within an inch of my life, I am bound to this house and feel I do not have the strength or the resolve to run back to my car in such an advanced hour. As I have for the past week, I returned to this house with the intent of covering anything that could help me answer the question of its missing tenant. I failed to uncover anything that could help the cause, but what I did find seemed to be more precious and disturbing than I could ever hope for. As I was scurrying in the library for any misplaced photos or letters, I almost tripped over a leather-bound book sitting in the middle of the dusty floor. I was certainly miffed as to how I missed it in movements throughout this house in the past few days. Picking up the book, I felt a slight empowerment rush through me. The distant sound of wind began to sound like whispers, and the room in which I was standing seemed to darken. I wonder what knowledge the scribe had passed down the ages for me. Enchanted by this aging literature, God, he uses a lot of words, doesn't he? I retreated back to the lounge room, settled down in one of the most uncomfortable chairs, and continued to read through the contents of this book. Written in what seemed to be a red ink of some sort. Yeah, sure, red ink. A lot of content did initially make sense to me, as the majority of it is written in a language that is foreign to me, but in the back of the book, they were abridged translations, written by a Mr. Xavier Raham from 1890. The majority of what I could understand seemed rather jumbled and nonsensical. Rather disappointed, I closed the book and relieved myself of its burden. Things from this point on became rather blurred and frighteningly surreal. The sound of the distant forest animals stopped, as if all life paused, waiting for my next move. The wind outside stopped pounding against the shuttered windows, and the candle winked of existence, leaving me in almost pitch-black conditions. I listened closely, and all I could hear over my own heartbeat and rasping breath was whispering that I surged up before. It was coming from every direction, yet no direction at all. The whispering slowly got louder until it sounded like a dull roar. Voices of many different types called out. They cried in pain, screamed my name, and some shouted obscenities I dare not to repeat. There were so many of them, so many voices. I felt multiple hands pin me down to the chair by my upper torso. But every time I flailed my arms out in front of me, they connected with nothing but air. The harder I was pressed against the chair, the harder it was for me to breathe. And soon, I could not breathe at all. I blacked out. The last thing I remember was a flash of my nightmare from the night before. A flash of blood, a flash of screams. The house. Dr. House. Just kidding. I woke up about 20 minutes ago, slumped in the same chair. It is now long after dark, and I dare not to brave the sub-zero temperatures of the woodland winter to return home this evening. Tonight I will be staying here in this accursed house. I sometimes think I can still hear the whispering. Or are they just the echoes of my earlier brush with madness? I can feel the urge of summer rush towards me like a freight train. I pray that I survive the night. Plagued by nightmares more vivid than I can remember, I awoke screaming. It appears I slept through the daylight hours, but it didn't matter to me. I was incensed to fight the freezing conditions and return home. But I was scared to move from the spot. They started whispering to me again. I want to leave, but I can't. They won't let me. I scream at them, they just laugh and utter obscenities back at me. What have I released upon this world? They okay. Spoke to me today. It is he who has spoken of the Exmortis, buddy. June 1st. Okay. With every word he whispers in my mind, I tremble as if my soul has been shaken to its core. I have been here for over a week now. Surely someone must be looking for me by now. I pray that they find me. My captors here won't let me leave. Every door, every exit. The handles turn, but the door just won't move on its hinges. I no longer fear death. I actually pray that it comes for me. They still torment me, keeping me here, keeping me alive. They need to, I can't even write of it. I feel my sanity has almost left me. I hallucinate so vividly I can't tell what's real and what's not anymore. The ancient shows me images of his former glory. I don't understand what they want me. Why they want why they want me? Ugh. I cannot talk today. Why they need me. I am actually surprised that I am told that they seek not to control me. They only seek my assistance in aiding the inevitable. But why do I continue to resist? What they tell me makes more sense than anything I have ever known. But I still fear them, what they will do to me should I refuse. But at this moment, I can't think of a single reason why I should. What's saying there? Is acceptance all that I have yearned for? For the greater good here is far more complicated, yet so much easier to obtain. They smile upon me now. Strangely, though, I like it. I find myself basking in the warmth of their chilling promises. I am comfortable, and I am learning about the true nature of the world and what is beyond it. I don't know why I continue writing in this journal. I guess that is the last semblance of humanity that I have within me. It's ridiculous, though. I am becoming much more than human with every moment that I spent under this patent tutelage. I don't know why. I probably said that wrong, but who cares? I have been tempted to throw this journal into the fire. On many occasions, reading over its pages only reminds me of how weak I used to be. I've lost track of the day, but I'm sure that I have been here for over a year. It has been a long time since I've entered anything into this journal. Over a year, dude. August 22nd, 1997. Oh wait, there's dots there. We will have company at last. I'll finally be rewarded. A group approached to provide me with the everlasting cup of life. A day away, no more, no less, I am told. Wrath, death, blood. My day has finally arrived. The Exmortis shall make the world remember what was, and that will be the integral in restating what it will be. I can see them now, a group of campers as I was promised. 3 males, 2 females. Now all I can do is wait for my time, become their hand. Immortality beyond patience, patience beyond the domain. I can taste it now. Anoint me, Lord Vlaeu. The time has come. Okay, this house isn't exactly the best, is it? Nothing in here? Okay, I guess I'll leave. I'll back up here. I'll back up here again. And back up here. These stairs lead up to a second level. Okay. Moonlight streams through this window. Some of you guys probably get freaked out by this or not. I don't know. This game is kind of, I don't know. It's something different. A hatch in the roof might lead to an attic. Looks like an attic. Could be that where the thumping is coming from? Ooh. A torso hung up by the arms that's ripped to shreds. You wretch at the mere sight. There appears to be something scrawled into this plank. 3, 4, 8, 9. Don't know what that means, but a symbol written in blood of this poor soul. Okay. Nothing here for me? Okay. Let's go. Let's open up. The gramophone is unplugged, but it is still rotating. How is this possible? There is no breeze in here, so why is the roof lamp swinging? Because paranormal shit's happening? The bedded spread is soaked in someone's blood with an exclamation mark. Let's go in here. Sorry, the bathroom is filled with what seems to be blood. And there's blood here. But hey, there's a key. And I took it. Painting on the wall is a familiar landscape. There was a safe hidden behind the painting. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Oh my god. Oh yeah. 3489. Access granted. How is there a... Okay. It appears to be... ... a human heart. And a strange symbol is smeared in blood on the safe wall. Yeah, okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to read all this either. Just tells you what the Exmortis are. I'll just give you a quick summary about this. Apparently there is this guy who used to have a couple of brothers who used to rule the world before humans came. And then there was this big war and they all fought over it. And one guy won, which was Vlayu or whatever. But he was cast out by the Exmortis, and then the Exmortis just apparently died off, and that's when humans showed up. Yeah. And that's basically what he looks like. That's the Xavier guy too, he kind of... Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just gonna back up a bit. You're still thumping. Let's go over here. The door has no handle. Well, that sucks. Let's go through here again. I don't know where I'm going to be going, but... Well, apparently I'm not alone. Let's go forward, shall we? Well, he used the key to open that door. A severed arm. This house is turning out to be a graveyard. Oh, shut up, dude. Another book. It's about this dude named Xavier. I'll give you a quick summary of this too. Apparently, this guy named Xavier and his daughter came into this house and they lived in it. And then the same paranormal shit happened to them, and his daughter got possessed and he had to kill her. And now he went insane because his daughter died and now he knows about the Exmortis and yada 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 yada, and he died too, so. And now the daughter haunts this place too. There is something very unnerving about this sculpture. The word remember is smeared in blood on this mirror. Now let's go back upstairs, shall we? There's an ant on my desk. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I really need to shut up, don't I? The door is now ajar. There's a little girl screaming now, so let's go inside, because, you know, we're dumb as shit. It's the blood of Gwen Raham stains the sheet. It was over 100 years ago that she was murdered. So how can the blood still be wet? Gwen? Or is it another hallucination? I don't know, numbnuts. Let's click on her.
Wake up.
Apparently she doesn't like being touched in the chest. Well, like a lot of girls. Ow. And let's go down here. Can we go through here now? Apparently there was something I forgot to do. That's a little odd. What's that I forgot to do? Well, this is a puzzle game after all. I don't know what those means, but another letter. Or whatever. Now can I go in there? Yeah, there we go. Just gotta click on those. The door slammed locked behind you. An old air filtration unit, but the ducting runs away from the actual house. The part wall has been boarded up. What do we do about that? An axe leaned up against the wall. You picked up a blood-stained axe. Oh, yay! That's basic. Now we can enter through. Ooh. Little tunnel system stretches off into the darkness. Into the darkness! I gotta stop talking like that. Should back up. There's something else that was there. The door is locked. Ah, figures. Let's go through here. There's a light. What is that? Look who got killed now. A symbol appears to be on the forehead. That must mean this is the 5th sacrifice. If I'm not the one of the 5, if I'm not one of the 5 campers, then who am I? It can't be. No, please, no. I'm guessing that was a dude that was living here before. Small hole in the wall. Yeah, from the key in the dirt. I guess we can't go this way anymore. He's protecting that key. Thought the game was shaking for a second there. Let's use the key.
Welcome back, child. You have served us well up until this point. Now serve us again. Become the hand of Exmortis. Devour the crimson life of 5, marks of blood given to thee. Mirrored below the stellar sublime, what was, what is, and what will be.
You can have multiple. There's actually multiple paths you could do to beat this game. You can actually solve the puzzle and release the Exmortis, or you can fucking marry your fucking balls. I've never played through this game all the way. So let's get the fuck out of here.
Foolish man, you will perish beyond alliance.
Run, like a fucking run for it, you dude. Makeshift trick woods out ahead. Let's get the fuck out of here. Never actually made it this far. So who knows what's gonna happen to me. Wake up in the woods with a lump on your head. You can't remember, or maybe there. Oh, I can recall the dreams. You see a house in the clearing and decide to shelter from forest. Hey, these birds are freezing to death in these woods. Apparently, if you make a run for it, you die. That's kind of funny. Make a run for it, and all of a sudden, jump scare, motherfucker. Well, that's Exmortis for everybody. Sorry, it was kind of anticlimactic. Well, yeah. That was Exmortis. There is a sequel to this game. If you want me to do the sequel, just, well, ask or comment if you want to do the sequel. Ben Leffler has a really weird taste in writing and story. Well, that's Exmortis, everybody. I've been Old Gamer Guy. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, but anyways, thank you, and goodbye.